So I'm trying to keep my content entertaining. And today I just thought about it. I was like, hey, why not do stories about my life? So this is a story about my life, all right? So at this time, I'm living in Colorado and I'm going on vacation back home, you know? So I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. And if anybody knows about St. Louis, Missouri, yeah, you already know it's hood. You know what I'm saying? So I go to visit St. Louis. And when I go to visit St. Louis, I'm catching up with friends and family members and everything while I catch up with my brother. And my brother, where he's staying at, is Sherry's house. Sherry's house is is basically like a trap house. You know, Sherry couldn't pay rent around like a month or two before. So what she did is she started just inviting hood niggas over and you know, they doing hood stuff. But hood stuff generates income. So, you know, why dudes are staying there as long as they bless Sherry with something, Sherry's good. Sherry's good. But there's a lot of cats that'll be there that can't bless Sherry. They blessed her that one day, but now they're just staying around or whatever. And then finally, you know, Sherry will be like, you know, you ain't pay me nothing. In 2 days or something like that or whatever. You ain't kicked in or whatever. You know, we get out. So Sherry's kicking people out. She's letting people stay. It's just random stuff going on or whatever. And it's this one guy in particular that she found out that he's on disability. He was blind, like legally blind. This man cannot see. You know what I'm saying? So he's blind. But you know, if he's on disability, that's guaranteed money. So Sherry gets into a relationship with him because that secures her house. You know what I'm saying? And there's a bunch of times that Sherry just leaves because it's too much drama going on or whatever. And she's like, you know what? I'm going to let them handle it or whatever. And she'll just leave or whatever. But, you know, while Sherry's around, she's bossing everyone around because guess what? It's Sherry's house. It's her name on the lease. You know what I'm saying? So she's basically the one running things over there. But people still don't kind of respect her because she does things on the side, and then also you know they everyone gets it that you know her boyfriend is blind and the only reason that she's with him is because he's got this check coming in. So anyway, my brother is staying here at Sherry's house, all right? So when I get there, I realize that you know things are still the same. So back in the day, how I was raised was, you know, you got $5. You got $5? Okay, let's go get something and we all can party. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? So I know to get the enthusiasm, you know, in the atmosphere, whatever like that, I went and bought a 30 pack, you know what I'm saying, a beer, you know what I'm saying. So now we all laughing, joking, having a good time, playing music and all this other stuff. We started rapping, you know what I'm saying. Back in the day, we used to beat on our chest and hum like, you know, mm-hmm, and then one person to do that, other person to rap over, and that's exactly how it goes or whatever. So after we done with all that or whatever, my brother, and his friend, this was my childhood friend too, but it was my brother's friend because my brother's older than me and I'm younger. But this guy I knew, you know what I'm saying, and he stayed there too. So it was like, I don't know, it was really cool. So anyway, we're there, and me and this childhood friend start talking. When this childhood friend start talking, he tells me about one of the nights that he's at Sherry's house. Now remind you, at night it's like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 people in this room. Now, in the living room, in the kitchen, and stuff like that, or whatever. Now, it's a 1 bedroom apartment. All right. Now, of course, Sherry and the boyfriend is going to have the room, but everyone else gets to sleep in like the living room and the kitchen and stuff like that, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's dudes on the floor. You know, it's dudes on the couch, whatever, like that. You know what I'm saying? So, the childhood friend tells me, he's like, all right, so one of these nights, you know, he had to use the bathroom. It was like 3:30 in the morning or something like that, you know, so everyone's asleep. He gets up to use the bathroom. When he goes to use the bathroom, Sherry's in the bathroom. So he couldn't get in the bathroom. So he tried to, you know, open the lock or whatever like that, and he hears someone's in the bathroom. So it's like, all right, forget it. So he goes in the kitchen and he gets a glass cup and he pees in this glass cup, and he's waiting for whoever's in the bathroom to get out. It's Sherry, but he's waiting for her to get out. So what happened is he, while he's waiting, She's taking forever in this bathroom. So he sets the cup by himself because what he plans on doing is when whoever gets out the bathroom, he'll just pour it down the toilet and then wash out the glass or whatever. I know. Yeah, whatever. But that's how it is in the hood. So anyway, like I said, Sherri bosses people around, and she wants people to pay, and all this other stuff or whatever. So she feels like she's entitled to something. So anyway, Sherri gets out of the bathroom, but she took too long. So this childhood friend falls asleep with this cup beside him. So Sherri goes out and, she's looking around and she's like, oh, he ain't paying nothing. He ain't paying nothing. Look at all these dudes ain't doing anything like that. She looks down at this liquid that is in the cup. Yeah. So what Sherri does is she grabs the cup and she drinks it. And she, what is all this or whatever like that? You know what I'm saying? The childhood friend gets up and he's like, yo, I was waiting for you to get out of the bathroom or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now look, realize this about Sherri, all right? Sherri knows that this isn't her beer, what she thinks is her beer. She knows this. She knows this isn't hers. So she wants to drink it fast. So it's not like a little sip here and there or whatever. You got to realize in the hood, there's some go-getters when it comes to partying. You know what I'm saying? So she had to take 2 gulps. You know what I'm saying? Not drinks, gulps. You know what I'm saying? So the childhood friend was telling me this because Sherri was mad at him currently, you know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why when like it all came out or whatever, I'm like, well, why Sherri mad at you? And he explained it to me and I'm like, yo, that's not his fault, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like he was, and Sherri, after she took the gulp, she was like, you did that on purpose. You knew I would do this. You did it on purpose. You need to get out, you know what I'm saying? But the childhood friend is paying money or whatever, so she like that was like an empty type of you know get out right there, you know what I'm saying, because she still want money, you know what I'm saying. He still brings his stuff in. Yeah, that's like a story out of my life right there.